of safety net of there being more points to win. But that also means there's a lot more room to make mistakes and be punished really bad for them.
So here we go. This is going to be our grand final between BTOB and YAKUZA. We're going to see who the final top team is going to be as we draw closer and closer to that European finals at the end of the month. But that said, right now, the lead is YAKUZA's. But for how long?
Well, already 30 seconds into this game, even though you get an additional point limit, it's still 5 minutes, hard timed. But will we even get down there? I mean, when was the last time we even saw a timeout in this GO4? I think the players really, they are aggressive, they know how to go in, and they know how to make the most of it. So usually time isn't even a factor unless we get to those last final moments where the time dictates how fast they have to play. And John Wick getting an amazing sequence of kills to do well on the point. But it is YAKUZA that's still in the lead after that amazing sequence.
Well, it's a matter of control. If you can win the group fight and it guarantees a couple of control point captures, that means you're going to be in a much better situation. You know, it's not about the kills and control point. It's about holding siege over as many of the points as you can. If you don't have as much points, simply put, you're just not going to win. All right, we can see them hold C, which allows things to roll a little bit longer. We can see the surprise attack. Lord Mano stabbed, and I actually quite like the knife kill because it's going to give them the extra burst of points. It's all about optimization at this level of play.
Absolutely. If you can get a headshot, take it. If you can get a grenade kill, take it. If you can get a melee kill, I mean, you see where I'm going with this, right? If it gives you extra points, absolutely go for it.
Just able to take point B.
Okay, back to back. Yep, they've snuck their way into the lead now. 500 points. A small lead nonetheless, but definitely a lead. We see a kill returned again. Excellent stuff, but back to back, they've been able to slightly sneak this one away. And now they're holding a bit more power over the points. We might see them run away with it a little bit. It all depends on how YAKUZA play the chips they've been dealt right here. Looks like John Wick and loses the 1v1. Excellent headshot from Romeo. There's the Porcupine, right? If you're getting that Porcupine 1v1, it's going to be a very short 1v1 to say the least. And Romeo gets that last grenade kill before he does go down. You see players doing that a lot when they know in a situation that surviving is not a possibility. It's just a question of, well, let me just go down throwing these grenades, take that damage, see if I can take down as many people as possible.
YAKUZA, they've been able to sort of take the beginning and they're starting to run away with this one. Maybe I spoke too soon.
I mean, this is the team that defeated Knights of Honor. They were the #1 team. They were defeated swiftly by YAKUZA, so they can do that. They can absolutely bring it to back-to-back if they keep playing the way they were, and it looks like that is exactly what they intend on doing today.
The time has come to bring your A game in this final week, and it looks like they're doing more than enough of that. YAKUZA, they still have ways to go. There's scope for back-to-back to make a comeback here, but they need to get the points right now, and they have to hold them, no exceptions.
But the time is not actually too much of a problem right now. 2 minutes is plenty, but it is really the point difference. YAKUZA, they've passed over that 1,000 point mark, and it's not going to take long for that 200 to slip away. But back-to-back, Killing Machine, getting that kill, managing to sneak up. Can he get this 1v1? Oh no, he missed one single shot, and Lord Mano is going to get that combo breaker and butcher kill. That was a valuable kill he just got for his team.
Killing Machine really needed to get that grenade. Unfortunately, when the grenade missed, he kind of missed that last little ounce of damage, and this is by far going to be a finished match. I do not see back-to-back making the comeback here, not with like 10 points left to go.
That's one tick. That's more, and the kill, of course. The kill is going to be enough to do it, but wasn't even needed. When you find yourself controlling 2 points and you have, like, what, 20 points left to go, that is a matter of seconds before you have it ready to go. So YAKUZA looks like they're bringing their A game, and I think your 3-0 prediction is basically not coming true straight away. How do you feel about this?
I'm not afraid to hold that. I'm not afraid to hold that because at the end of the day, if a team is doing well, I don't even know what...
I present you this L.
Oh, it's an L. Okay.
Look at the camera. Is that the right way around?
You need to stretch your thumb to get it lower down. Like
so it's my thumb's idea.
That's more of an L.
I present this L to you.
Was that rehearsed?
No, not at all.
I'm a big fan of that. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm not afraid to eat my own words for that because I do think YAKUZA, they're starting to show us there is scope for more teams to enter the fray as #1, right? When we go into the European Invitational, the big thing that we've needed is unpredictability. So with that in mind, if YAKUZA are able to win this, I would always say it would be a matter between Knights of Honor or back-to-back. That's kind of what history has taught us. But now, if YAKUZA are kind of stepping up to the plate again, it just kind of means that we have so much more to look forward to when we go into the big one later this month.
I mean, it's always nice to see that, right? I mean, as much as it is, great having a really dominant team that is, dominant for a reason because they are so strong. To see that team not be like the obvious favorite near the big one, right? Because that's the thing. big one. This European Invitational is going to be by far the biggest, most stacked Guns of Boom tournament we have seen so far since from the game launch to now. And the players will know that, Game Insight know that, and the viewers at home will know that also. Let's have a look at these final statistics as YAKUZA found themselves with a 200-point lead as they crept over into the final moments of that game. And I'm going to be honest, look at that even spread on kills and points from YAKUZA. That is what a team needs to look like when you win this kind of game against this caliber of team.
I think it's the same thing for back-to-back. I think they both played incredibly well too. It was just that really early lead that YAKUZA were able to establish. By the look at the points at the end of this match, that early lead they secured was what allowed them to maintain consistency throughout the rest of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's just one moving part of the game, right? You know, controlling the point and taking the actual points themselves is so important in Control, but it is about making sure that as a team you're playing well. Because Control is more than just, you know, run at the point, get a kill, capture the point. You have 3 points to worry about and 4 teammates. You need to make sure that you are getting the same amount of damage. I mean, I think the big part there is YAKUZA even kill spread. It means they were basically sharing the load. They were taking the fights evenly. And to be honest, seemingly winning a similar amount of fights, which is really important in this kind of game mode. But going into fighting, we have our second map ready to go, which is going to be Military Warehouse.
Yeah, so we have Military Warehouse for Team Deathmatch. This can be one of those crazy maps where it really is about who maintains the most amount of pressure, I feel, more than anything else. It's about making sure that you kind of sit within the front half. You know, people always ask in tournaments or competitive, if I'm going to be a Guns of Boom player and I'm playing TDM, where's the best place to kind of fortify? It always kind of seems, by what tournaments are showing us, kind of like their half. Right? You know, the beginning of their own half is kind of like the magical area to control, because if it's on Military Warehouse where you have a lot of vision on their respawn, if they come out of their respawn door, they're probably not going to have the invincibility anymore. So if they don't have the invincibility, you kind of sort of check that free damage. So by the time they come into the middle of the map, they've taken so much damage that the fight is in your favor. It's always going to be a 4v4, but if they're weaker than you, it's straight up going to be something that you're going to be much more happy with.
But that's the knowledge, right? You know, respawn protection is a huge part of the game casually, just to make sure you don't kind of just get pinned in your spawn. But you can kind of use that on certain maps, knowing that, well, you know, if you go out of your respawn and you just run in a straight line, how far are you going to get? On Military Warehouse, not far enough to get a fight. So if your team is holding the point beyond that respawn protection, you can really keep the enemy team in a miserable situation, provided your team is alive and positioned well enough to do so.
So back-to-back have piled in as a 4-man squad. I think that's almost trying to show, I don't want to use the word insecurity, but I think it's showing that back-to-back they want to take no risks. You know, if we want to play safe, if we want to secure this win, maybe the choice is to stick together. It's not working out very well for them so far. YAKUZA do have the lead at this point in time.
Well, that 4-man strategy does work if
oh
you
my
catch
god, a
people
killing
out.
spree within the first minute.
That's the thing, right? The idea of the 4-man strategy is to go around. If you catch someone up by themselves, you basically take them down immediately. And, you know, Guns of Boom doesn't have a huge amount of area damage. It really is the grenades or bust when it comes to, you know, doing group damage together. But I like this adaptation from back-to-back. They know that YAKUZA, they're really positioned well. So back-to-back, they're kind of spread out now. They're doing their thing one a man at a time, and now they are literally one single point in the lead, but it is a lead after being down a little bit at the start.
Anything's going to be better than nothing. The thing I mine up is there are a couple of members that are yet to get a single point, which I think is no assists, it's no kills, it's no nothing.
Oh, wow. But there's the kind of aggression YAKUZA coming through strong with. Old Mano healing up, going to be out of armor for sure, but still health, not doing too bad. Now he's kind of springing the ambush, you can see. If he goes around the corner, he's going to catch them out. Killing Machine, getting a sniper kill. Lord Mano is still here. Killing Machine getting a second one now. Porcupine.
Yeah, Romeo tried to spring the trap, but was not ready for there being an extra sniper shot on the play. Lord Mano is going to get a snipe attack. There's no way Gonzo actually can't see it. Gonzo was tunnel visioning that one pretty hardcore.
Yep, but Lord Mano was able to get a double kill, so kept his team in the lead thanks to that extra bonus. Oh, that's a lot of damage coming through. Romeo gets caught out by Migs, goes in for a second, but will not get it. Excellency stops him dead in his tracks.
Excellency is having a spectacular game right now. You see a surprise. That should be another kill.
Yeah, there was no way Killing Machine was going to survive that. As soon as he put himself in the corner there, Excellency was ready to finish him off. But Gonzo getting that long-range sniper kill, shutting him down.
Oh, what a turnaround. Excellent shot.
Yeah, I like that. Gonzo getting that headshot, and then Migs running straight in for the melee kill.
Headshot on Romeo as well. Gonzo has had quite a rampage at this point in time. He's not getting the kills, but he's doing the damage, which is allowing everyone else to finish their plate. And he's taken no damage himself. That's the thing. It's just been a thorn in their side, but not dealt with just yet.
YAKUZA, they are in the lead, but that lead is slowly creeping away. It's going to be 40 at this point. John Wick a little bit ago. Oh, yeah, John Wick getting the jump on them. Goes for a knife, but to be honest, not really enough damage. I think he missed the shotgun shot, but went for the knife anyway, so he missed the majority of the damage. And there's the trade up, but another double kill. I'll be honest, back-to-back, they're getting a lot of key kills here, a lot of special kills, a lot of double kills, a lot of knife kills, headshots, and that is why the lead is creeping away from YAKUZA, but they do still have it, so they are still in control. Mapes getting a grenade kill, getting a shotgun kill after as well. That's a double kill credited, and that's 3 kills additionally for back-to-back. Now they are in the lead right at the last few minutes of this game.
It's because they're just taking their points better. They're being more patient. They're picking their moments. Romeo with a wonderful snipe. That's going to be the start, but a little bit more work left to go. Only 3 points separating our 2 teams at this point. This is so close. Romeo gets 1.
Okay, every kill report. That's a double kill too. Those special kills now, and it was a headshot. This is the kind of time you cannot afford to let that happen. Killing Machine is going to get a kill on Romeo, so Romeo is shut down.
Excellent. See, he's ambushed. Unreturned damage. He gets Migs, but it's going to be traded out by John Wick.
This is a turning point, though. If YAKUZA win this, they're going to be up 2-0. That will be one hell of a mountain to climb for back-to-back to bring it back. But if back-to-back can get this, they will be evened out. This is so crucial to make sure they don't lose this map.
They have to stay put. They have to wait for him to spawn. Romeo, he's going in for the sneak attack, but I think he's actually going to run into the rest of the competition. Is it enough?
Needs one kill, though. Oh, no, they stopped him. He got behind them. He almost killed John Wick, but John Wick was protected at the last minute. Lord Mano, he can't be caught out here. Oh, God, they're going for him. Oh, but Megat will get that long-range kill. That just came down to individual members being chased. John Wick was caught out behind. His team completely turned around, destroyed Romeo for it. But then they themselves, they saw one member of back-to-back caught out. And the problem is they did some damage from a distance, but instead of just going, okay, he's gotten away, it's fine, we'll regroup, they actually chased him. And that put them out of position where Megat was obviously waiting in the distance and was able to quickly snipe and take him down.
For the snipe to be as fast as it was and the reaction was fast, I think that 100% was the decision. Was pull back, I have vision of this location, and if I know they're going to be there, all I have to do is hit my shot. Unfortunately for Megat, hitting the shot was exactly what they were able to do. So that's going to be excellently well played. That really was anyone's. It came down to the final kill. If that didn't go right, or if the shot missed, whoever they were chasing very well could have eaten the dust and gone out, making this a 1-1. But unfortunately for back-to-back, when it's so close and you can taste the even-Steven situation, when it doesn't go your way, and then it's now you have no choice but to take 3 maps in a row, as you go into our next map, which will be Paradise Island for King of the Hill, that's a lot to think about, isn't it? Because it can make, if you know this could have been closer, and it's just not, it's such a knock on morale.
Well, it's like you said before, right? It's, I believe we said before, you know, when you're in that super close situation at the end of the map, at the end of the game, and you know it's one team is 1-0 up and one team is yet to win a match, right? When you are like 1 kill away. This situation we're in now, where you're 2-0 in the lead, is really demoralizing to be facing down on the receiving end. But just literally, the difference of 1 kill is all it would have taken for this not to be the case. I think it was actually really important for Megat to get that final kill, considering he was definitely the weaker player on the team in that game. But it goes to show that you can literally not, I don't want to say not pull your weight, but you can definitely have a bit of a rough one. But still, you know, when it counts, still make those plays work. And that's what Megat was able to do there.
I think he's going to be feeling good about that one. We are going to be loading into our next map momentarily, which again is going to be Paradise Island. I think if we see I'll be honest, if we see a 3-0 result in Grand Finals, but it's against back-to-back, this is probably the last result I expected.
No,
it will be a great result for YAKUZA, and I think going into our European final again, I mean, wow, what a result for these guys, but it's not what I saw coming, I have to admit.
Yeah, well, Paradise Island we've seen can quickly escape the best of teams. So about how you play it consistently, I suppose. You know, we see players really trying to establish control of the point and control the spawn as the enemy team is running in. And these players, these teams, we've seen them broadcast after broadcast by now. You know, we are very used to watching them play. They're used to playing on this map. The question is, how efficiently can they really make it work for themselves, I suppose.
Yeah, I think at this level of play, when you only have 1 map to take, it can almost feel like, you know, you can see the finish line. This late in tournament, you can see the finishing line, but that doesn't mean you can let up. You know, if anything, you have to play harder than ever at this point, because you know that when you have a team that is the likes of back-to-back and they're 2 maps down, and their only choice in tournament is to make this 3 straight comeback, they have to do it. And if this is their option, they're going to be playing out of their minds, and they have to. So you can't let up a single step, otherwise they're going to catch up to you.
So, as a comparison to the first map where we saw that YAKUZA did have like a very even kind of score set, this time it was there were definitely kind of key star players in the game itself. Do you reckon we'll see a bit of a diverse change here? Because I think now we're going back to an objective control. It's less about individual frags. I think we might have scope for it to be a bit more of an even spread for YAKUZA, but I guess we will see as we go into what could be the final map of the day, or at least for Europe, as the first blood and the second kill both go in the way of YAKUZA.
Romeo and XLNC, the two-man attack, they've been so consistently strong. The ambush comes through, Migs completely gets destroyed. John Wick takes out one, Romeo falls as well, but not before YAKUZA established themselves a wonderful lead to begin with.
Okay, the machine just checking the spawn before running through, but goes right into the open. Is swiftly taken down, Lord Mano, he gets a double kill, even if he falls here, but he's not going to, because he gets protected by his team. They're taking the point back now, but the back-to-back try and siege it on. Stop from capturing, I don't think they can afford to.
Yeah, Romeo fumbled his shots a little bit and then dedicated to a grenade, which obviously puts him out of action for a lot longer than I think he would have been happy with. Unfortunately, you need to get some of the damage on the board, but if you can't land the grenade, you are in big trouble. Lord Mano can see a sneaky location, but he has to take out Gonza first. Get Gonza, try and establish the point, maybe go for the sneak attack, and he's going to be rewarded with a double kill. That was well played indeed. And here comes John Wick to try and push in. Killing Machine for the pincer as well.
Okay, back-to-back, they have been able to stabilize this game. Killing Machine gets the surprise on Magat, and he gets a killing spree, gets taken down, but that's a nice chunk of points anyway. But YAKUZA as well. Look, they managed to push it back a little bit too far forward as well.
Gonza, I love his sniper location here. Well played, Migs on the point, more than comfortable getting up close and personal. Magat lands a kill for another time. Point blank, John Wick, they trade it back and forth. Can he get two? No, he can't. Lord Mano makes it a 1-1.
Oh yes, this is a really hard one to call, it seems so far. Looks like back-to-back, they've controlled the point itself for a long time, so they have been getting that constant trickling of points, but Romeo point blank with that porcupine. Grenade damage coming through as well. John Wick getting a double kill, however, managed to push through. There's an opportunity for back-to-back to bring the points back towards them.
But one underrated thing about grenade situations in these group fights is that they do cloud vision quite significantly. So you actually, in many cases, when there's a big fight going on, you simply can't see the competition. And that's because there was two people there, had to split his attention, only shot one shot on Romeo, which was definitely not what they need. We can see a surprise coming through. John Wick, before going down, does get a killing spree, which is an excellent start. And now it's bringing them back into the fight, but YAKUZA are one step ahead so consistently.
And we're just trading multi-kills for multi-kills, but the thing is, YAKUZA, it really is a question of who's controlling the objective. They are trading dead even in fights, but really it's the control of the objective. Every single second that passes is giving YAKUZA the points, and that's what they can't afford to let happen. As back-to-back, they try and get it, but they get completely ambushed from their own side. They were not ready, and they just run into YAKUZA and completely wipe out the entirety of back-to-back's team as they're trying to take the point.
And they can taste victory at this point, but maybe they pushed a little bit too hard. They went right into the hands of back-to-back, who were fresh with respawn protection. And because they pushed so hard, they've actually risked giving away this entire map.
Maybe, or maybe not, as they are still in the lead.
But by how much?
One, but Gonza takes him down too. Killing Machine forced to use, but Romeo comes flying in from behind. A grenade and a porcupine kill. There's the third one. Killing Machine managed to return the kill, but not enough, as it looks like YAKUZA, they have the point again. And we are getting 100 points away from the end of this map, but at the same time, back-to-back definitely in the territory to still win this map. But they have to get the objective, and they have to get it now. They are running out of time.
Migs ran face first into a grenade. They just need a couple more kills now, and they're going to take the victory. YAKUZA, they're really on the brink of taking this tournament. And with one more kill, can they pull it off? They can! Romeo, in quite fitting fashion, seals the deal. And it's YAKUZA who 3-0 back-to-back. What is going on?
And it came down to that final 1v1. That was a tournament winning, or tournament, I suppose, dependent 1v1. And Romeo is able to take it for the team. And that is exactly what he's able to do, as YAKUZA are going to be the winners for Europe today in the Guns of Boom European GO4 final. Huge congratulations to them. And they're going to be feeling a certain way about this right now. And after just dominating their way through the bracket.
I feel like this was a tale of who pushed the hardest. In that Paradise Island map, it really did come down to, at the end, when YAKUZA, they actually ran the risk of pushing too hard. They almost, I think they may have felt themselves a little bit too much. They tried to push towards the base, and they fell victim to that respawn protection. They overstepped the fine line that was drawn. That said, back-to-back tried to establish the exact same team back. It was right here, actually. It was this kind of play. Obviously, this is much earlier, but later on in the map, they tried doing the same thing. They pushed into that side room. They tried to lock down the spawn, and even though they got 2 frags, Romeo and company snuck up behind and really back-to-back had forced themselves into an unsurvivable situation. What could have been a massive advantage was misplayed by the room they chose to go in to try and make the comeback.
I think a huge part of that, though, was choosing when and where to take the fight. Because obviously, if you win a group fight, that's fine. If you win a group fight when you don't control the objective, the whole time you were fighting, the enemy team was still building up points. I feel like that was one of the biggest mistakes that back-to-back made. Or, perhaps even, something great for YAKUZA. They kept the fighting away from the point directly. So even if they lost the point, Back-to-back would still have to go to the capture point, go to the King of the Hill, stand on it, which takes a little while to put it back to neutral, then you've got to capture it. By the time they're basically capturing the point, YAKUZA are already respawned. So I think it was really good for YAKUZA to keep the fighting off the objective. So by the time back-to-back took it, YAKUZA had respawned, and they can then start contesting it again.
Well, just like that, who would have expected a result like this? We have YAKUZA and back-to-back in grand finals. YAKUZA with a 3-0 result, ending notes as the strongest team in Europe as we draw so much closer into our European finals live from Katowice in Poland. And to be honest with you, this is, for Europe, all we have time for. We have the bracket to show you guys to get one final look at the journey these two teams have had by the end of the night. And also, a little bit of news to talk about how the finals are going to be in 2 weeks' time. We're going to give you guys one final reminder of where you can sign up for your tickets and be part of Guns of Boom history.
Well, but that's it, right? This is a newer esport. This is the first time Guns of Boom will have an event like this. And if you're a fan of the game, if you're in the area and you want to be able to get down there, obviously, there's still time for you to, book a flight, get a hotel, whatever it is you want to do to be able to make this finals. Get your tickets right here. ESL.im/EU tickets. Get yourselves down to the first major event that Guns of Boom has ever had. Be part of the history of this game. Meet the players, meet the devs. I'm sure they'll be down there too. Obviously, meet all the ESL guys. If you want to meet us for some reason, sure, we'll be there. That won't be a problem. And it will be a great time, I'm sure.
Now, before we sign off, I want to give you guys one final reminder of the standings, the teams you're going to be seeing at this prestigious European event. We do have our final standings, and you can see it's going to be Jug, Knights of Honor, back-to-back, and YAKUZA currently.
Oh, look, it was top 3 from today. I wonder why they're making it to the finals.
Exactly right. Top 3 teams for a reason. They can leave this tournament regardless feeling good that, regardless how today's result went, it's the big one. It's the big one for these guys.
But the interesting thing, right, this is the standings for the top 3 teams, the 3 teams that have been invited to the European Invitational. But today's results were swapped. Knights of Honor got 3rd, back-to-back obviously 2, and YAKUZA took 1st. That is interesting.
The storylines are juicy and plentiful, which sets up for a wonderful LAN we're going to have in 2 weeks' time. For now, that's all we have time for. We have the North American side of our GO4 bracket as well, but that's not until a few hours' time. So go grab some food, go and do your daily errands, and we're back in a few hours for some American Guns of Boom action. See you in a bit.